Hi, my name is Joanna from Joanne's Once Upon a Dream. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to make a giant centerpiece, balloon centerpiece. You can get this kit at joannesonceUponADream.com. It'll take you directly to my Etsy link, Etsy site, and you can purchase it there. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and blow up the base first. We're gonna use our 11-inch balloons. We're gonna blow them up to 9 inches. So I'm gonna use an electric pump. You can use a hand pump. It works just as well. It's just gonna take you longer. So here we go. So here's my 11-inch balloon. I'm gonna size it down to a 9. I have a balloon sizer here, which this is a balloon sizer. I'm gonna size it down to a 9-inch. You don't need that. You can also use a ruler, just as long as they're about 9 inches across. Measure from side to side, not from the bottom up. So that's about 9 inches. You can eyeball it too. I mean, it's not gonna make much difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and blow up the other one. Same size, 9 inches. So if you can tell, they're about the same size. Now, since I am blowing them up with an electric pump, I can just tie them together there. But if you're gonna do each one individually, you're gonna have to tie one. If you're gonna do them by hand pump, to get them all the same size, you can put equal amounts of pumps into each one or size them down with a sizer. Tie it. Do your other one. So that's about 9 inches there again. So you're gonna take one of the balloons that you already tied. Don't tie this one yet. We're gonna tie it onto this one. That way it's just easier and you tie them together. I always tie 2 knots just to make sure they don't come apart. So now we have 4. So we're going to interlock them to get them to click together. So we're gonna take and cross it, and then we're going to twirl the 2 top ones together a few times there, and you should end with something like this. So we're gonna repeat this step again, and I'm going to use the electric pump to go faster here. I push them a little bit so they can get that more round appearance. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing, lock them together. All right, and you end up with this little base there. So I'm gonna take the other 4, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna set them right on top of the other ones like this. So you will get a little extra balloon, a long balloon that looks like this. It's called a 260Q balloon. So you're gonna take one of those, just half. I usually cut them in half, so you're gonna take half of that, and then you're gonna tie these together. So you're gonna take your one in your hand, you're gonna put it on top, and you're gonna stretch the other one all the way to the bottom. And then you're going to twist it on the top one, and then do that again all the way and keep twisting it just so you get all the balloons in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just so you get a loop around the balloons. So now you have this. It looks like a little grape. So we're gonna set this aside, and then we're going to do the little curly decorations. These are optional, you don't have to do these. We're gonna go ahead and stretch the long balloons. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to pre-stretch them. We're gonna pre-stretch them, so we're gonna go ahead and blow them all the way and let the air out. We're gonna do the same thing to the other one. And the last one. So a total of 4. These little curlies are a little tricky. You have to pre-stretch them or they're not gonna come out. So I use, you can use anything, but I use a tube that's about 1 inch diameter, and I wrap it like this. And then I'm gonna put air through this side here while I hold to the closed end with my finger. Now I have an electric pump that's special for these balloons. Your regular pump will probably not work, but you can use your hand pump, and I'll show you that here in a second. So we're gonna go ahead and blow it up. And there you go. You're gonna go ahead and let go of about 1 inch of air on the tying end, and then tie it. And there you have that. So I'm going to show you how to do it at home without the use of this here. So you're going to take anything that's about 1 inch around. You can use one of your paper towel empty rolls. You can use your broom. And you can tie anything to the end. You can tie one of the 260Q balloons. I already have one tied here, and I'm gonna tie the end here. And I'm just gonna slip that in there. See how I leave a little space there, just so I can hold it. So I'm gonna wrap it around, and it's not tight, it's just kind of there, not tight, not loose, but just very lightly. So there it is, and I'm going to take the balloon pump, the hand pump. If you don't have an electric pump, which I don't expect you to, but I'm gonna take the regular pump, I'm gonna hold it, and then since your balloon is being held by the tip here, you're just gonna keep pumping air and gently rolling it. And if it gets a little tangled up here, just roll it down so it gives it space to grow. And once you reach to the top, let it go. You can put a little bit more air in, and there you go. Let about 1 inch of air go and tie it up. Once they're like this, you can go ahead and twist them however you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest here, but I'm gonna use my electric one so I can go faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it around, and it's a very light wrap. It's not tight, because if you do it tight, the air is not gonna go through it and if you get something like that, undo it and start over. I accidentally let go too fast. All right, now we have all 4 of them done. I'm gonna go ahead and tie them together, tie 2 together. Tie these 2 together. Those are 2 knots here. So there we go. We're gonna set these aside because those are our decorations. So we're gonna set that aside. Now we're gonna move on to our big balloon. Here it is. We're gonna give it a little pre-stretch. So I'm gonna use my electric pump. You can use a hand pump, but you know, to save me time, I'm gonna use my electric pump. Balloon, so you could blow it up to 36 inches, but I always advise to always blow up any balloon, even if the package says 36 inches, blow it up a few inches below. That way you decrease the chances of it popping, and if you're going to have it outside, the heat will, you know, make the balloon expand, so there's a lot more chances for it to blow up. So you always want to do it, blow it up under instead of over, to decrease that chance. So I have it pre-blown here, and I'm just gonna let a little bit of the air go. And then about that size, that's about 24 inches. And again, you can measure it from one side to the other, but with these, I mean, I usually don't. I just blow them up to whatever size I feel it's about the size I want. So in your kit, you'll get a little stick here to help you put the balloons inside. If I forget to put it in, you can use a straw pen, as long as it doesn't have like a pointy tip that will break the balloon. But you know, if I forget to put it in, no big deal, just use anything to help you. But you know, it rarely happens. I always put a stick to help you. So put a balloon inside and stick it in the inlet here. Hold on to it. Take this out, and you have the inlet here where you're gonna blow it up. So you can use a hand pump. Just keep holding on to that balloon. To make them all the same size, you'll have to put the equal amount of pumps in that balloon. If you don't care what size those ones inside are, then just blow them up to whatever size you want. Some people cut this little excess of balloon. You can leave it like that, or you know, to make it easier on yourself, just leave it like that. Some people don't like those. So we're gonna just keep doing that. You can roll up the neck of the big balloon to help you, just so the excess is not hanging out. so then it interferes with the smaller balloon. This one does not. I'm gonna use my electric pump really quick here. Just to make things go by faster. So let that one go. Put in the other one. I send about 20 small balloons with this kit. You don't have to use them all. You can use as much as you like. Again, I'm rolling the neck of the balloon so the excess doesn't interfere with this neck part, because the neck of the large balloon is pretty long since it has to expand pretty big. What it's looking like here. I'm gonna put several more. A bit in here. I'm gonna stop there. So as I put the balloons in, it lost some air, so you can go ahead and put some more air with your hand pump. And of course it's gonna take you longer, but it's, you know, very well possible, but I'm gonna use my electric. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie it. So one thing I do with these balloons is I kind of twirl a little bit a few times just to help the air stay in there. I tie it like a regular balloon, put a nice knot in there. There you go. And then I'm going to use one of the cut 260 balloons, the long balloons, and that's how I'm gonna tie it onto my base. So you're gonna take the 260 balloon and you're gonna wrap it around, and I usually go under the knot just to help extra support. Tie it a few times, make a knot, tie twice, so you have the two little pigtails left here. So you're gonna take your balloon here, your balloon base. Again, these are 9-inch balloons each. You're gonna send it on top, and then with your pigtails, one on each side, they're gonna go one on each side of the balloons. Wrap them all the way down to the bottom and just make a knot. And there you go. It's tied in there. Now to add the little extra balloons. These are your balloon details that you can use. I'm going to show you how to write on the balloon. So I use the Sharpie markers. You can write the name. If you have a cutting machine like a Cricut, you can go ahead and make a little name out of vinyl. That helps too. These are a little bit harder to put on, but they look nicer and neater. And I do have an option. For you to purchase the decal extra. So you're gonna go ahead and peel it from the backing of the decal. You're gonna be left with the names on there on the clear transfer sheet. You're gonna put it wherever you want. You're gonna smooth it over. That's what it looks like there. And then because this is latex, it doesn't stick on really good. So you have to smooth it over. I use you can use a credit card at home. I have like a little putty knife that I use. Just don't go on the balloon because you can pop it. Just on the clear transfer sheet. And then you're gonna take it from one corner and kind of peel it down diagonally like this, slowly. And then if it comes back, it doesn't stay on the balloon and it comes back on the transfer sheet, just put it back on and smooth it over again, or you can lightly peel it off and onto the balloon. You know, some are easier than others. I find the balloons that are colored are kind of more difficult to put on, but there you go. I'm gonna show you how to write on it as well. Like I said, I use a Sharpie. And I'm gonna put my name. So I have my name put on there, and then I go back and make little details. So I'll add like little dots at the corners wherever I feel like there's a the letters meet or there's a corner, I put a little dot just to add a little extra decoration to the letters and they don't look so plain. And then wherever I feel like I want it to look thicker, I'll add an extra line. So it's starting to look like that. And then if I'm still not happy with it and I feel like there's still something missing, I'll start adding little details like that and do the same thing. Add little details to it, little dots. You can add a little star. We can go ahead and just little lines across that resemble a star. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then again, you can add the little dots and that adds a lot of decoration. There you go. All right, we can go ahead and add the little twirlies here. These are super easy. You kind of just slide them in. And you tuck them in all the way in the center there. So there you go. You add one to each side. And then you just tuck it. Center. And there you go. And you got your balloon. Now if you're gonna leave this on a table and you want it to have more stability, you can go ahead and blow up one of the small balloons, double stuff it. By that I mean stick two balloons inside. Stick another balloon inside another balloon. So you're gonna go ahead and put one balloon on the stick. And stuff it inside another balloon of the same size. And then you're gonna fill it with water. After you fill it with water, you're gonna take you're going to take the cut 260 balloons and then of course this is going to be tied with water. Let me go fill it up really quick. All right, I have one filled. As you can see, it's not that much water. It's about a little bit bigger than a golf ball size. So you're gonna take one of your half balloons and you're gonna go ahead and wrap it around, make a knot. And I just fill this in my bathroom with the regular sink. So you're gonna go ahead and take the piglets put this at the bottom of the balloon here because it's gonna hang in the middle. Take the piglets, put them all the way in, and tie it. Since I normally take the piglets all the way up to the top here, but since I already put this balloon on, I'll just tie it on the first row here. If you want to do that, just tie it before you put this on, just to make things easier, or even before you put these on, you know, so it's easier. And that'll help stabilize your balloon so it doesn't tilt with every wind it gets, so it stays in one place. But again, that's optional. You don't have to do that. Another thing you can do is you can also hang these from the ceiling. You would have to put glue dots on here and hang them on your ceiling as well. And I use these for New Year's balloons. So the kids come and they pop them on New Year's. You can also use them for gender reveal. If you're using them for that, we could make this a black balloon and then give you whatever color, for pink for girl and blue for boy. Just send me a message that that's what you want it for and what color you want the inside balloons for. I have no problem doing that. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, send me a message through Etsy at joannesonceUponADream.com. Don't forget to subscribe. That way you can get updates on new videos and how to do stuff at home. Thank you.